Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening now. My name is Anel Gonzalez, and I'm a division administrative assistant in the social and behavioral sciences. But I worked in the trades and industry area for a very long time, and so I'm so happy to be able to talk to you about diesel and mechanics technology today. And I will scroll to the next one. So I always like to start with some Palomar College lingo, just so that everybody understands when I talk about the program. And I know we only have a limited amount of time, but I wanted to break it down about the different things you could do at Palomar. So we have certificates of proficiency, which are shorter a group of classes that you can take to start a career. We have certificates of achievement, which are a little bit longer than the certificates of proficiency. We have associates of science, which traditionally it's called the 2-year degree. It includes not just the specific trade that you want to learn, but also some general ed. And then we also have transfers. So you kind of heard Matt talk about students that started from adult ed and now they're transferred to different universities. And so the cool thing about Palomar is that you could always build onto your education. We're a fully accredited institution, especially when it comes to trades. If you do a search online, you can find a lot of different trade schools, but they're mostly for profit. And you can get the same degrees for, next to zero money, and build on it. So like I said, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. I also wanted to mention that there's a lot of student services for you to get you through our program. So not only will you get help with enrollment, we also have full financial aid office, which includes our veterans office. We have academic counseling, we have tutoring, we have a disability resource center. And that's just, kind of the big ones. There's so many more student support, and you'll hear about that later on in the presentation with Matt. And so more with college lingo. I wanted to mention really quickly about units, because that's kind of how the programs break down. They're based on units. And so per semester, 12 or more units is a full-time student. So just kind of so you have a feeling of what it would be like, how many classes you would have to take to either be full-time or you can go part-time. Most classes at Palomar are 3 to 4 units. There are some that are variable units, but that's kind of wanted to put it out there. And then there's also there's things that you'll see in the path what that is a requirement versus electives. And basically a requirement is what it is. It's like the classes that you have to take to complete a program. And then you have the electives, which is the group of classes that you can choose from. And then there's some programs that will actually require electives. And now, like I said, I worked in the trade and industries department for over 5 years. And these are some of the programs that they offer. But of course, we're going to talk about diesel in a little bit. But I just wanted to mention that they have air conditioning, heating and refrigeration, which I'll be talking about in the second session. We have automotive technology, cabinetry and furniture technology, diesel technology, and you can get a certificate of achievement and associates of science in this one. We have Weldon technology and water and wastewater technology. That's actually Jacob, one of the instructors there, is talking about that one today as well. So let's get going with diesel mechanics. So like if you said earlier, you can get an A Associates of Science or a certificate. And so like I said, certificates are designed so that you can have a short, you can take a set of classes and start your career fairly quickly. So the certificate of achievement for diesel is 18 units. And you heard me say that 12 units is a full-time student. And so basically, if you're coming to school full-time and you are able to take the classes that are listed here, you could get your diesel mechanics certificate of achievement within a year. So, 2 semesters. So these are the classes that are required, the ones that are listed here in, so DMT 100, DMT 105, 110, 120, 125, 200, and 201. And then it comes to electives. So you have to choose 4 units. And in the diesel classes, all the classes are 4 units. And that's because it includes the lecture and the lab together. So you'll see a schedule like for diesel 100, it could be Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 10 at night. And that includes the lecture and working in the shop. It could also be scheduled as like a full day on Saturday, like 8 hours. And so those are just, different ways to schedule the way that diesel works. And it's a big chunks of time, again, because the instructors like to go from the actual classroom, and then you apply what you learn, and you're working with real diesel equipment, with real engines, and really, basically getting your hands dirty. And so this is, again, it's pretty straightforward, the classes you need to take. And so if you're interested in getting the certificate of achievement, you would take these classes. And so that's about 8 classes. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 8 classes plus 4 units of electives. And so then again, you can continue taking another DMT class, or you can take an automotive 160 class. There's also a class that a lot of students in the trades like to take, which is the technical mathematics, which is a college level math, but it's applied to the trades. So a lot of people don't want to take calculus, right? But you would want to take this math because you're going to learn how to, apply it to your specific trade. So this is a great class to take. And I will go to the next one, which is salaries and careers. And basically this starting salary for a person in the diesel industry, it's the main instructor, Sergio, said that we're getting solid wages at 25 to 35 per hour. And that's, when I did some of the market research, that's what it's saying. We actually, a lot of our students get jobs before they finish the programs. So that's a struggle for our program because they're needed so much that we're kind of asking them, hey, before you take a full-time job, finish your, degree, finish your certificate. And so that's, again, the growth rate is, it keeps going. It's projected to be 8% within the next 8 years. And then I just kind of listed a few of the careers that that people may not think about. I mean, diesel is not just the heavy duty trucks. We have, small engines. There's all types of jobs, and these are the highest paying diesel jobs, like marine diesel mechanics, express delivery and courier service, federal jobs, electric power generation, distribution services, and of course, transportation. So that's a great career prospects. And there's more. So I wanted to mention for sure that we work with the industry very directly. So every semester, the diesel department meets with industry partners like Snap-on, Penske. So their directors come to our campus, they look at the shop, and they make recommendations of what we should be teaching students. So you are going to be learning things that are state of the art, and that are needed. And so, and with the partnership with our CTE department, we basically also have a job placement and internship person. So Bruce Reeves, who's our job placement coordinator, he helps with applications, resumes, interviews, and he's been working really closely with our diesel department. And then diesel has their own scholarships to cover tools for students. They also have a partnership with Snap-on where students can purchase tools at 50% off while they're students. And then they also have a scholarship for books. So it's a program that really supports their students. And like I said, I'm super excited to be able to share this with you, especially because of all the internships that they've been generating lately with our industry partners. And so I will show you the staff. Oh, I'm not sure what happened here. Half of Sergio's face. He is the main person. Sergio Hernandez is the faculty advisor for Diesel, and his information's here. I'm sure that the staff from Path to Palomar will post these and you'll have access to them. The academic department assistant is Michelle Tucker, and she will also be able to help and answer more questions if you call the department directly. But now it's time for you to ask me questions if you have any.
Thank you, Anel, for your presentation. And as she just mentioned, students, please take this time to unmute yourself. And there's a great opportunity to get any information you want straight from a very good source. So feel free to ask anything you want. You can type it in the chat as well if that's easier.
I'll go back to some stuff.
And also just, I'll go ahead, Anel.
I was going to say, a lot of times people ask what type of tools do I have to get or anything, or things like that. So you would not have to buy any tools. Everything is provided, including safety gear. And the biggest thing that you would have to buy is a book. And the instructor uses one book for the whole program, and it's an online version, so it's less expensive, and you always will have access to it.
Also worth noting, this is a lot of information too. So this is being recorded and we will post it to the Path to Palomar website. So if there is something you want to come back and review, this video will always be here. And you can always go to our website and go to the diesel mechanics section, and you'll be able to get even more information there. Well, we'll leave the floor open for a little bit longer if you have any more questions, if you have any questions at all. Otherwise, just to give you guys a heads up, in about 5 minutes, you're welcome to hop back to the Path to Palomar website and pick from the next set of breakout sessions, which upcoming, we're gonna have child development, networking and hardware, nursing, and HVAC. So once you're good here, go ahead and head on back there. You can go ahead and click on the next session if you want. It won't start for a few minutes though. Thank you again, Anel, for coming tonight and giving us this information. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording.